So today we're going to read parts from Dika Nikaya 32, Āṭānāṭiyasutta, which includes the chant, the Paritta chant that we memorize as Vipassissa namatthu, and we'll read the context when that was recited and how it came to be part of the tradition. And so let's begin the sutta. Titatu, can I ask you to read the first one until how far? Until apasanna.
Okay, aja. Ewang me sutang ekang samayang bhagava rajagahe viharati gijjakute pabbate atako chattaro maharaja mahatya chayakasenaya yena bhagava ten upasankamitawa bhagavantang abhivaditva ekamantang nisidingsu ekamantang nisinno ko ve savano Maharaja Bhagavantang etadavacha santihi bante ulara yakha bhagavato appasanna.
Thank you. Tell me what you recognize from here.
Thus I have heard.
Very good.
At the time the Bhagava was in Hajagahe, which is dwelling in Hajgir. Gijjakute Pabate, I believe it's probably the vulture speak.
That's right. Gija is vulture, and then Kute is the ridge or summit or peak.
Okay. Atako Chataro Mahara, then the Maharaja, so great kings, the four great kings, and then the four great kings, Mahatya Chayakasenaya, I don't know what it means.
So you can recognize this is a common word, Sena. Sena is an army, and Yakka.
Oh, okay, army of Yakas.
Yakka is a spirit or realm of divine, one of the higher planes. So spirits or sometimes translated as demons. But here they are, I think, good spirits because they are coming with the four great kings. So the four great kings and their great retinue of the army of Yakas.
Okay. So then Yena Bhagavatam, they approached the Buddha, the Bhagava, and having approached him, they sat at one side.
That's right. Ekamantang nisidingsu.
Then, after sitting at one side, the great king told the Bhagava, so then I don't know, Santi Hibante Lara Yaka Bhagavato Appasanna.
So Santi Santi you can recognize as that there are. It's the this means there are. From Atti.
Okay.
From Atti, it's an irregular form. This is Santi. So there are Sir Ulara Yakka. Ulara Hi.
Sorry, Ajahn, what's the He? H-I?
It's the emphatic particle. So indeed or certainly or and so on. So it adds emphasis. So there are Sir, high, Ulara, or noble in the sense of nobility. Like there are high, noble Yakas, which don't have faith in the Blessed One. So they are Appasanna. They are non-believers. So Pasanna is faith or confidence. So they are Appasanna. They don't have faith in the Blessed One. And then he'll start Tankissa Hetuka. Venerable Atanyu, can you please continue?
Tankissa Hetu Bhagava Hi Bante Panatipata Veramaniya Dhammang Deseti Adinadana Veramaniya Dhammang Deseti Kame Sukimachachara Veramaniya Dhammang Deseti Musawada Veramaniya Dhammang Deseti Sudamiraya Majapamadatana Veramaniya Dhammang Deseti.
That's enough. I think stop there and tell us what you read.
Tankis what is the cause condition?
What is the cause of it?
Yeah, cause of yeah.
Yes, literally, what is the cause? So hetu is a reason or cause. In English, more idiomatic English, you would say, why is that?
Yeah.
You know, what is the reason? Why is that? Yes, please continue.
So the blessed one, indeed. No, Bhagawa.
Yes.
Yes, he is the nominative, so he's the one doing. What is he doing?
This is no, it's not giving. It's not
Teaching.
Yeah, from Desana, right?
That's right. So he teaches, he explains restraint. He explains refraining from killing living beings, and he teaches restraint from abstaining from stealing. He teaches abstaining from sexual misconduct, abstaining from lying, abstaining from consuming intoxicants. So like that's the way the Dhamma is, that's the way the teaching is. And
but it's like he's teaching the Dhamma, Dhamman Deseti, and then for the sake of, like Āṭānāṭiyasutta Veramaniya. So Veramani is
that's right.
The basic form, and then for the sake of, so it's like the dative form. Āṭānāṭiyasutta Veramaniya, for the sake of refraining from killing.
Yes, thank you. That's good. That's right. So the effect of the teaching is that you should be refraining from killing, you should be refraining from lying, and so on. And then, Ajahn Gavesaku, can you please explain?
Kopana bante yakha appatti virata yeva pānātipāta appatti virata adinādāna appatti virata kāme sumicāchāra appatti virata musāvāda appatti virata suramerayamajja pamādathāna. So it says yebhuyena for the large part, for the greater part, mostly. The yakas, the demons, they are this apatti virata yeva. So there is this eva, and then the in front of eva it changes to ye, so it's yeva, but it just doesn't carry any special meaning. It just means are not abstaining. They are not not abstaining from killing. They are not abstaining from stealing, from the other three. Pattivirati means, in terms of keeping the precept, pattivirati means to abstain, and they are apattivirata. They are not abstaining from, not given up. And then te sangtang hoti appyangamanapam. So for them, tesang, that becomes tang hoti, that becomes appyang, not lovely, amanapam, disagreeable, or it might be like that they become. It's just for them, but I think the idea is that they become, because of that, they become kind of not lovely and not endearing, rather than
I think it's rather that they don't like the teaching, right? So
see, the Dhamma then becomes, for them the Dhamma becomes, okay.
Yeah, so for them, like that's in the dative. For them, that thing, which is the teaching, that thing is not agreeable, and it's not likable. They don't like it because the Dhamma is being taught for the sake of something which they don't abstain from.
Yeah.
And you have this feeling when you're just about to give a teaching to people that you know they are not very keen on the particular aspects of the teaching.
Yeah.
You know, when you're talking to a group of people, they want to hear some teaching, but you know that they are not going to like restraint, they are not going to like abstaining from alcohol, they are not going to like being secluded from sensual desires and so on. And so then, you know, it's not agreeable for them, they don't like it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then Santi Bante Bhagavato Savaka Aranya Vanapathani Pantani Senasanani Patisevanti Appasadani Appa Nidhansani Vijana Vatani Manuskaraha Deyakani Patisallana Sarupani. So there are indeed, Bante, the disciples of the Blessed One, Bhagavato Savaka, that's the disciples of the Blessed One, who are cultivating, who are like using, or so senasanani patisevanti, they use dwellings, they make use of dwellings, or they are resorting, they are living in these dwellings, senasanani, which are, this is the standard stock phrase in the suttas, they are the kind of wilderness, aranya vanapathani. Aranya vanapatha always means like kind of secluded wilderness, forest.
Forest, aranya for forest, vana is for like also forest, or like a grove.
Grove.
And then apasada is a quiet, silent place, like from saddha sound, noise, and then apasada is noiseless, free from noise, and then these other ones are also free from noise and disturbance. And then manusa sara seyakani is that free from disturbance from manusa, from other human beings. And then patisalla nasa rupani is that it's suitable for seclusion. Patisalla is seclusion.
That's the common word used for like going, what we call going into retreat, meaning you just go so that people cannot bother you somewhere.
Yeah, so there are these bhikkhus who are living in these remote places that are far from the disturbance of society, but it also means that they are far from help. Like, you know, they are easy for these beings who don't like the Dhamma teaching, they have no faith in the Buddha. It would be easy for them to attack these bhikkhus there.
Yeah, because it says Tatha Santi Ularayaka Nivasino. So there are in that place, Tatha, there are these noble demons, whatever, yakas, Nivasino, they are living there. Nivasi, somebody who is Nivasi means somebody who lives there, who stays there. And ye imasmin bhagavato pavachane apasanna. Who, means like those who, they are not inspired by the Blessed One's teaching. Pavachana means something like similar as vachana, meaning
the doctrine.
Yeah.
Like what you recognize vachana from sayings, and so pavachana becomes the greater meaning, the religious doctrine. And in this imasaming, it's locative, in this teaching, they are apasanna, they have no faith in it. So for the sake of the tesang pasadaya uganhatu, for the sake of inspiring faith in them, pasadaya, so deity for the purpose of faith, for the purpose of confidence. And you could put a comma there, I think, if you wanted to punctuate it, because so he says for the purpose of inspiring faith in them, and then Āṭānāṭu, he's addressing the Blessed One, meaning that it's an imperative to say that somebody should learn, somebody should memorize something. But the great king is telling the Buddha that he should learn the Āṭānāṭiyasutta. The Blessed One should learn the Āṭānāṭiya, rakkang bhikkhunang bhikkhuninang, so for the protection, rakka, for the protection of bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, lay followers, female and male, for their safety, gutti, or guarding, guttiya, protection, for their protection, for their rakka is also protecting, guarding, for their non-harm, so that they are free from harm, and then so that they may live in ease, they may live at ease. Like Pāsi viharayati. So that if they learn this protection chant, then it would help them to ward off these evil spirits who don't have faith in the teaching and might otherwise want to harm them. And the Blessed One, what does he do?
He agreed by keeping silent. Adivaseti, meaning like adivaseti means to consent, to agree, accept.
That's right. So he agreed. Adivasesi bhagava tunhibhavena, by remaining silent.
Yeah.
And then atako vissavano maharaja bhagavato adivasana. So the Vissavano here, this is the name of this great king. And I think his name just means the famous one. The famous great king. He, having known, so adivasanang viditava, having known that the Blessed One has consented. So adivasesi was that he consented, adivasanang is the consent. Tayang velayang, at that time, vela is time, at that time, imang Āṭānāṭiyang rakkang abhasi. This Āṭānāṭiya protection he spoke. So it's
Rakkam is protection?
yes, that's right. Protection or guarding. In this case, it would be more like protection. That's right.
Yeah, it's the name. They call these protective chants or protective paritas, but the word is rakha, or sometimes like in Malaysia, I think they use the arakha bhavana, is the meditation or practice of protection, arakha.
And then we start with the chanting. That also we memorize it. But the chant, well, we'll talk about it. It's only the beginning of the whole protection chant. And in the end, we'll cut to the last line that we recite is just the end, and it skips a whole large part of that is in the sutta. Let's do the first 4 lines until Marasena Pamadido.
Yes, Ajahn. Vipassissa namatthu chakumantas sirimato sikisapi namatthu sabbabhuta nukampino vesabussa namatthu nahattakassa tapassino namattu kakusandassa marasena pamadino. It's difficult to say it without chanting.
Well, I mean, this is meant to be chanted, so
Yeah.
the rhythm carries quite well. Did you recognize the?
You see, our version differs. We dropped the cha in our. I think the Thai version differs.
Yes, some of the word forms are different, but it's mostly the same. The Titato, do you recognize the declensions? So this sa, Vipassissa, Chakkumantassa, do you recognize that declension?
No, Aja.
So namatthu is respect, and
Yes.
may they be respect to somebody. And so to is to somebody is a dative form, and this is
Okay.
what this. So it could be genitive in a different context. The same form would be in the possessive declension if it was genitive, but in this case, because where the respect is given to somebody, and these are dative forms.
Okay.
So namatthu is the homage or salutation, and then may there be homage to Vipassi, and so his name is from, you might guess it's from Vipassati, from insight.
Yes.
And then in Chakkumantassa,
The Chaku is seeing eye. Chaku eye.
That's not correct. And then Chakkumatto,
Mato, I have no idea.
so it's usually turns the noun into someone who has that quality. So someone who sees, like Chakkumanto is a man who has good vision.
Okay.
So Vipassissa, his quality is that he has vision. He's gifted with excellent sight. In here meaning like either sight in terms of insight, so profound seeing, the eye of wisdom,
Okay.
the Panya Chakku,
Okay.
or it could be divine seeing. So it can be Panya Chakku or the Dibba Chakku, which is the divine eye. And Siri Mato is glory. From Siri is like a radiance or glory. And so he is one with vision and he is glorious. The Sikhi if you continue, then you recognize again the Essa ending, Sikhissa, and then P is for Api, meaning just also. So, and also, may there be honor and salutation to Sikhi. And his name is apparently comes from a flame. So he is like a flaming one. Sikhi refers to flame. And his quality is that he for Sabba,
Bhuta, all beings.
that's right.
Nukampino, I have no idea.
Anukampino, Anukampa,
No.
Anukampa Upadaya, Passantu Patikarissami.
Sorry, Aja.
Compassion.
Oh.
So out of compassion, please forgive me. Please give me instruction out of compassion. Right? This is what we chant in the Pavarana chanting. Vadantu mang, ayasamanto. Please the Venerable say something to me. Vadantu mang. Anukampang upadaya. Out of compassion. And so here it's the same. So he is compassionate to all beings. Sabba bhuta anukampino. Okay, so far so good. Venerable Āṭānā, can I ask you to continue, please?
Wesabusa Chamamatu Natakasa Tapasino Namatu Kakur Sandasa Rasena Pamamidino Kona.
That's okay. Just let's do these 2 lines. So Vesabu. Tell me, how do you make sense of these lines?
Tapas is austerity, no?
That's right. So ascetic or austerity? So the one that you might recognize here is Marasena. No?
Yes, Mara's army.
That's right. And it's plural, so Sena, Mara's armies. And he is Pamadino, which means he's victorious or he's crushing. He's crushing. He crushes Mara's armies. So Vesabu, when we're paying respect to Vesabu, then his quality is that he is perfected. He's like a completed, perfected ascetic. He is he must have been very tough and very austere. And Kakusando, namatthu Kakusandassa. Kakusando, he crushes Mara's armies. Do you recognize, do you remember, have you read the list of Mara's armies in the Sutta Nipata?
Yes, there were these, what was it, hunger and thirst, and then, what is it, all these kind of negative mind states.
This is at the time when the Buddha is meditating at the Veranja river.
Yeah.
I have them here. So the 10 armies of Mara, and you can read this in Sutta Nipata 3.2. Titato, your papers are very loud.
I forgot to turn the microphone off, sorry.
It's
must be Mara's army.
This is the sutta where, let's look at it quickly. So this is Sutta Nipata 3.2, and it's a very nice. This is where the Buddha recollects that he's meditating at the Niranja river. He's making great effort. This is before the night of the enlightenment, and Namuchi approaches him, telling him that he should relax, he should make merit, that he should just give up the striving. And so Namuchi is the form that Mara takes. He is the friend who is distracting somebody from the path. And the Buddha recognizes him that you are the kingsman of the heedless evil one. And he starts counting that his armies, that he has 10 armies. Mara has 10 armies, and these 10 are sensual pleasure, discontent, hunger and thirst, craving, tiredness, sloth and torpor, fear, doubt, contempt, obstinacy. And as long as Mara can convince you that these are important, then he got you. And as long as you're successfully convinced that these are more important than practicing the path, then Mara has won. And he doesn't need to convince you very much, just enough to be distracted for one lifetime, and that's enough. It's a very nice. This is Ajahn Thanissaro's translation here, but you might have also seen Ajahn Punadhammo's booklet, Letter from Mara. It's it's a more he wrote this story format. In prose, he imagines this story where Mara is like in his office and he's looking at the beings in the world through his laptop, and he is talking about how some of them are escaping because they become arahants, but most of them are caught in some of his armies, and it's a entertaining way to present a reflection on Mara's armies. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
There's even an audiobook. I think some people really liked it, and they produced an audiobook from it. And so let's continue. So that's the Mara's armies that he's referring to. So, Kona Gamanassa. Ajahn Gavisako, can you continue, please?
Kona gamanassa namatthu brahmanassa vusimato. So praise to Konagamana, he's called a Brahmana here, Brahmin, often kind of term of similar to Arahant or somebody who is very respected. Vusimato, one who is perfected in some way, completed. Kassapassa Chanamattu, the praise to Kassapa. Vipamuttasa sabbadhi, one who is everywhere completely freed. Vipamutto, same as pamutto, freed, released from. Sabbadhi.
So released, and he's released in every way, no?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody.
Right. And now comes the name of the present Buddha, Gautama, but he is referred to here as Angirasa. Angirasa Sanamathu Sakyaputta Srimato. So Angirasa is related, yes, to the sun. Somehow the Angirasa emitting rays from the limbs, commentary. So, yeah, somebody who is like somehow shining. There's several names that the Buddha is sometimes epithets that are related to the sun somehow. Maybe shining one or something like that. And then he is identified as Sakyaputta, the son of the Sakyas, who is glorious. Sakyaputta, the glorious son of the Sakyas. Yo imang dhammang desesi. So the one who taught this Dhamma, Sabba dukkha vanudanam, for the complete dispelling of all suffering. Right.
And they are.
Then it continues. Yecha pini bhutaloke yatha bhutang vipassisung. So that's those. Ye cha api. Yeah, exactly. So. And those who are in the world fully extinguished, meaning realize nibbana. Nibbutta is from nibbati, to go out like a flame, so quenched, extinguished. So those who are in the world fully quenched, and they have seen with insight as it is, yatha bhutam, as it is. They have seen with insight.
And they are men who are.
Yeah, Tejana, those people, meaning Tejana, Jana means like people, population. Those people are apisuna, not malicious, not divisive. Apisunatha here, for some reason, is a different form than we chant. Not quite sure what the difference there might be, but
yes, we just end with apisuna, and that is also the form that I found in the dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
In the DPD, that apisuna. So you recognize from suna is for speech, and then apisuna is a not malicious speech, non-divisive speech. But with the top form, yes, I think we would have to understand more of the how that might have been added there, because in this form the DPD even didn't recognize it. So I'm not sure what the ta is fulfilling there, or it could be just a filler. Could be just a filler syllable there.
Yeah, we don't know so much the poetry. Okay, Mahanta, Vitasarada, they are like great and self-confident. Vitasarada. There's this word Visarada or Vitasarada, being self-assured, confident.
But Vita is something without, no? So it means...
Yes, because there is Vitasarada. You could look it up exactly what the meaning is, but it's somehow used with regard to Buddhas,
So confident, self-assured... without inexperience. That's interesting.
Inexperience, okay. Sarada.
Sarada is
Is a month
it's
of the
unripe.
rain.
Sarada is something unripe.
Okay, it's the season after the rain, so we are actually now in the Sarada. Okay, I see. Oh, unripe green. All right. So it's some kind of a metaphoric. Okay, we don't quite understand this. Fertile. Anyway, it just means Visara. It's always used like that. Visarada or Vitasarada.
Well, immature comes to mind for me, like somebody who is without immaturity, like without being green. So Ajahn Sujato has that they are of great heart and intrepid, like brave, or without trembling, like without something that gives you fear. Venerable Ananda Jyotis. So free in every respect, and he goes with the maturity. They are fully mature. They are without immaturity, and that's it. That's what we have.
Okay. And then they great confident. Hitang deva manusanam yang namanasanti gautamam. So how did they translate it? Like hita is for the benefit, hitaya, for the benefit of God, the gods and man. They will revere that Gautama. Okay. So hitang deva manusanam, that's this common phrase, like for the benefit, who's doing things for the gods and men. Accomplished in knowledge and conduct. Yes, Vijaya Charana Sampannam. Then it's just repeated again. Namasunti Gautamam.
So Vijja is knowledge. This is the common term, isn't it? That we repeat in Itipiso as well. So knowledge. Charana is the behavior or conduct. Knowledge, conduct. And Sampanna is being excellent or perfected. And here is where the chant that we memorize skips a large part in the sutta, and we finish with the last line that is in the sutta complete. So it goes on about the sun, like great. He's praising the Buddha, giving various similes. That's like a deep lake, ocean of flowing waters, different quarters. We've been asked many a time, do you bow to Gautama the victor? And so we declare we bow to Gautama the victor. And so he is giving this a chant to declare that you are following the Buddha, who is a being that these great kings and their retinue, that they respect and they follow him. They bow to him. You remember Ajahn Vajiro likes to say that when you recite the Āṭānāṭiyasutta, then you're telling the evil beings in the world that their boss bows to my boss.
Yes. Yeah, it's a kind of a game, kind of using using a bit of maybe you could say not so skillful speech with some nasty beings, but it accomplishes the right goal.
Yes, and so we're really skipping quite a long part in the.
There's all these similes, yeah, and metaphors.
Yes, and we end with Vijacharana Sampanam Buddham Vandava Gautama. So so we ought to declare, we bow to Gautama the victor, accomplished in knowledge and conduct. We bow to Gautama the awakened, who is Buddha, who is awakened. And so so that's the chant. Let's read he explains why that there are that Venerable Sir, Marisa, Ayankosa Marisa is a Venerable Sir. There are non-human beings who are rough and difficult. Let's follow it with the translation. That there are. Yes, I think this is the part where it's skipped in the sutta. And then he goes on to explain that these evil beings, they are like robbers in a kingdom, and they would not have any respect from the great kings or from their retinue. And so this is the part where I continued with the text that you have, is that there are, sir, these fierce Chanda Ruddha Rabasa, these fierce, violent, and hostile beings, and they te neva Maharajang Adiyanti. Adiyanti is to follow or to respect. So they neither follow the great kings, they also don't Adiyanti, they also don't follow the people of the great kings, Purisakanam, and they also don't follow the people of the great kings. So these are like the thieves and robbers and gangsters who don't follow either the king or the ministers of the king or the other employees that are in the minister's service. And so they are called these inhuman, these non-human beings. They are declared nama vuchanti. They are called avaruddha. And for avaruddha, I found it difficult to see how the dictionary translation works here. So Venerable Bodhirasa's DPD has imprisoned, someone who is bound, imprisoned for avaruddha. But I found Venerable Sujato's translation more helpful. He translates it as they are rebelling. They are rebellious. They are rebelling against the great kings. And so they are just like the bandits in the king of Magadha's realm. So Seyatavi. Where are we now? Oh yes, Avaruddha Nama Vuchanti. So they are called rebellious, rebelling against the great kings. They are rebelling against the order of the universe. They are rebelling against the great king. Atakuba Vaga. So then he explains that they are like the great thieves in Magadha. They are like bandits and Mahachora who don't obey the king or the king's man or the man of the king's man, and they are rebelling against the king. And they wouldn't receive any, those people who are behaving badly like that, they wouldn't have any respect from any of the king or his men. And the way the sutta continues is that, to say, where are we now? Did I? I might have missed a part here when I was creating the sheet here. So it's not here on the Tiadro, but in the paper that you have. The paper that you have, let me open it on the screen. I need the beat, that's right, here. So they are Sayata Pimaris Aranyo Magadasa Vijiti Mahachura. So they don't follow the king of the men. Oh no, okay. I just lost my place. Āṭākō Bhagavā. That's right. We continue from Āṭākō. So the Blessed One, he goes, what the part we're skipping in the sutta is that then the Buddha goes to the bhikkhus and explains what happened. Āṭākō Bhagavā tassa rattiya acchayena bhikkhua mantesi. Then he with the passing of that night, acchayena is after the passing, with the passing of that night, he addressed the bhikkhus, bhikkhua mantesi, imang bhikkhave ratting chattaro maharaja. So bhikkhus, this night, he tells the whole story that the 4 great kings came to him, and he gives the instruction, gives the advice to the bhikkhus. Ajahn Kavesako, can you walk us through the verbs, please?
Uganhata bhikkhave āṭānāṭiyang rakkhaṃ. Learn because the āṭānāṭiya protection. So uganhati literally means to pick up, but it also means to learn something, to remember something. And uganhata is the plural imperative for. It tells the bhikkhus, you should learn this protection. Pariyapunata is the same. Also learn, acquire, study. Dhareta bhikkhave āṭānāṭiyam. That dhareti means to remember, keeping it in mind, bearing it in mind. And then Attha Samhita bhikkhave āṭānāṭiya rakha. So rakha being here is a feminine. I think rakha is the protection. Āṭānāṭiya protection is Attha Samhita, meaning connected with the goal. Attha Samhita, connected with the goal. Attha meaning the goal, the purpose.
But so that usually means connected with Nibbana, but its plain sense is that it has benefit.
Exactly. Attha can mean more general kind of benefit. It is beneficial, it is useful. Okay, Raka bhikkhunaṃ, bhikkhunināṃ, upāsakānaṃ, upāsikanāṃ, gutiya rakkhaya avihimsaya āsuvihārāyāti. So this means it is for, again is the dative here, is gutiya. So guti, and then for the purpose of protection for the bhikkhus, for the bhikkhunis, for the upasakas, for the upasikas.
It's accusative, right?
No, yes, bhikkhunam gutiya. So it's for the purpose of protection. So this is dative, and protection of what? Of whom? Of these bhikkhus. Yes, bhikkhunam, bhikkhuninam, and so on.
So these are genitive of them. Protection. So for the purpose of protection of the bhikkhus and so on.
Okay.
And then idama voce bhagava Āṭānāṭi bhikkhu bhagavato bhasitam abhinandunti. This is what the Blessed One said. And those bhikkhus, with their mind pleased, they were happy, delighted in the speech, in the words of the Blessed One.